What is going on, guys? My name is Bucky Roberts and welcome to your very first tutorial in React. Now, for those of you who have never heard of React before, or maybe you have heard of it but you're trying to look at the website and you're like, okay, I'm trying to read these definitions and still have no idea what the heck this thing is. A library for building user interfaces. Okay, I can just do that with like HTML. So why would I ever want to use React? Well, React allows you to build websites or web pages where if any part of your web page changes or is dynamic, then you can use React for it. So let me give you guys an example of when React would be awesome. So say that you're making some kind of social network and you had notifications at the top of your screen like Facebook. Well, instead of having to refresh your page every time to see when you got a new notification, you can just use React, and then whenever you got a new notification, it would update in real time. So another thing that people use React a lot for is, say that you're building like some kind of chat application. So you're chatting with your friends. Of course, same thing. You don't want to have to refresh the page every single time to check if you got a new chat message. You just want to look at the web page and it automatically updates whenever you get these messages. So React is awesome for that. Stuff like, I don't know, maybe you're making some like stock program and you just want the prices to update in real time. Boom, React. Now, before I start showing you guys, all the code and stuff, I want to mention this. React, this library that I'm going to be showing you guys, this is only for the view. So, the look of your web page, it updates in real time. It's nothing to do with server or back end stuff. So, like all your data coming into your server, in your database, getting more data in real time, that's entirely separate. This is just for making awesome views or, the design that updates in real time or changes in some kind of way. So that's the kind of simplified version of React, and there's also a bunch of other benefits and stuff we'll get into later on, but I just want to give you guys, a real quick introduction to get you guys' feet wet. So, sounds pretty cool. How do we get started? Well, the first thing you need is, of course, a web page. So, right here, I just have a blank web page right here, and let me show you guys how blank it is. Pretty exciting. And let me move these around a little bit. So that's my starting point. So just make a regular old HTML page, index.html. Now, we have a couple options of how we can include the React library, the source code that we need to get started. So one way that we can get all the code is we can go to the React homepage, which is this facebook.github.io/react, and we can click download React, download it, extract it, pull it out, and stick all the source code in our project. Or a much easier way is just to include the files that are already on the CDN. Now, a CDN is just a server that has this library already on it. And what I did is, to make things incredibly easy for you guys, is if you go to my GitHub page, and that's github.com/BuckyRoberts, and click on source code from tutorials, click on React, and I already made you guys a really simple template. And this is pretty much a bare bones template just to get started, your bare starting point. So this is the code that I'm going to be going over in either this tutorial or the next tutorial. But take all of these three scripts right here and copy them, and then we can just include these in our HTML. So instead of having to download anything and extract it and move it into the proper project, just include these and you're good to go. Alright, so that was easy. We're ready to start typing React now. But before we do, let me explain exactly what you just pasted in. So this right here is just the React library. So that's what we're going to be learning in this tutorial, and this is, if you were to download it, this is what you would get. Now this right here is something called the JSX transformer. Now JSX is a special type of syntax that you can type instead of just typing pure JavaScript. Oh crap, so now not only am I going to have to learn React, I'm going to have to learn this stupid syntax too. Well, believe it or not, this syntax right here is a lot easier to understand than just typing pure JavaScript. So instead of, referencing every element and, just typing confusing JavaScript, this allows you to, and you're going to see what I'm talking about later on. It's kind of confusing now, but you're pretty much going to be able to type plain old HTML, and your brain just thinks of it like, okay, this is just regular HTML, but what this transformer does is it, behind the scenes, it translates it all into JavaScript so your web page can read it. So we just type it like we think of it and how it's easy to understand, and this takes care of all the hard part. And this right here, this is just jQuery. Oh, what the heck? jQuery. As soon as I said that, like a bug flew in my throat. So, anyways, how easy was that to set up? We now know what React is. It sounds pretty awesome. That's all we need to do. We can now start typing it. So in the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to create a basic React component, what they are, and how you can include them in your web page. It's going to be awesome. See you then.